All right, welcome to the Canary in the Cage podcast. I'm Ron Morgan. This is my co-host,
Dave Havlicek.
We're here to entertain you, educate you, and hopefully make you laugh. So, Dave, any Monero news?
Yes, there is. So last week we had that donation come in from Fiat Demise, and no one met the challenge, so that rolled over to this week. And we got a second donation.
No way.
From Ann and a Moosh.
Ann and a Moosh.
Yeah. We'll say it fast.
Ann and a Moosh. I can't do it. My brain doesn't work that way.
Anonymous.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Could be Putin.
Well, I don't know.
I don't think you're Putin. We're good.
But it took me a while
Thank
to
you.
figure that out too.
I know.
Yeah, thanks. Anonymous.
I know. You know, it's say the word quickly or look at the picture and let your eyes blur.
Yeah.
None of that shit works out for me ever.
So that was 0.03. So the total with those two donations plus our 0.01 comes to about 0.069 and some change.
Which is how much Monero?
I think it's like $12.
Ooh, we might be rich if no one wins and we keep collecting all this stuff and the Monero keeps going up.
We'll just make the challenges harder.
We might be millions and millions of dollars. We might be millionaires and we don't even know it.
Yeah, but we did give this one away. So Al Magest in the chat room.
Okay.
He got the secret word.
No.
And, yep. So he got 0.069 and change Monero.
That means you listened.
There you go.
I love the fact that someone listened to the whole show, or at least till halfway through the show.
Yeah, well, we'll get another secret word out today, unless you have a better challenge, which...
Actually, I didn't even think about that.
Okay, we'll do the secret word.
It's a busy week for me. I got issues. I'm getting into it. But on Tuesday, I get to go fight with the car dealership.
Nice.
I love fighting with car dealerships. No, they replaced a part of my car that didn't need to be replaced.
Oh, well, yeah.
They were doing parts changes trying to fix an issue that they've used their research any further.
Now, did you bring the car or did your wife bring the car?
Well, I did because it had to be towed in because it overheated.
Okay. Well, I'm surprised they tried to pull that on you.
It's not that I think they went after me. I think they didn't know what to do. So they just wanted to be parts changes until the problem got fixed.
Okay.
And it didn't fix the problem. And there's nothing wrong with the part. And it cost $2,500. And I'm going to go fight for every fucking dollar they owe me. So enough about that.
That's absurd.
So.
Well, I have some news.
Oh, shit.
That's related to the podcast.
What's that?
So here in Nevada, we have a congresswoman named Dina Titus. And I'm running against her for Nevada CD1 for Congress.
Yep.
And I'm very vocal critic of her on our Twitter account.
Wait. You're a vocal critic?
Yeah.
How?
Well,
you're so, your demeanor is very subduing to mine.
I'm different online.
Oh, okay. You're okay.
So when you guys see us tweet and someone's just calling someone a retard over and over again, that's me. And then Ron does most of the retweeting of posts and stuff.
Just stuff I want to talk about.
But no, so I followed her on Twitter and I put the little bell on so I get a notification whenever she tweets.
That's how you do that.
I would instantly reply to her calling out her bullshit, right? Well, guess what she did?
I think she blocked you because I heard about it. I heard that.
She blocked us on Twitter, and that's illegal, my friend.
What? How's it illegal? Because she's a public employee.
She's a public employee. That's her government Twitter account. That's not her personal one. And there was already a lawsuit about this in 2019 against Donald Trump.
Well, no, but Trump's always guilty when Democrats aren't.
Well, hey, if the precedent's set, dude. So Trump blocked people on Twitter, and he got sued, and he lost, so he had to unblock them. So, I've thrown it out to a couple lawyers, and it's mostly Google lawyers.
You actually called lawyers.
I didn't call them. I sent emails. I'm going to start calling because they don't fucking reply.
Yeah.
But if any of our listeners, if you know any good civil rights lawyers, hook me up, man. I will take this all the way. I swear to God.
Canary in the Cage is going to be multimillionaires because of our donations and the increase of Monero. Plus, we're soon a politician.
There you go.
That's going to work out well for us. Oh, by the way, we are very happy with our lives. We are not suicidal.
No suicide.
So if we suicide ourselves, it wasn't us.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So, it's very possible. I don't know if this ever happened before.
What's that?
We have a coup inside of a coup.
Oh, okay.
We might have a coup inside of a coup.
Who's cooing who?
Well, so the Democrat Party threw Biden out illegally and pretty harsh. So that was the first coup.
Okay.
So now Biden has responded. He went to a fundraiser with, I believe Harris was there.
Yeah.
Not like she was at the transfer from the soldiers coming, the deceased soldiers coming home from Afghanistan. She was not there like she said she was.
She was busy at the border.
Yeah, and Biden kept checking his watch. It's 2:36, motherfucker. No, that was the father of one of the sons. He got a little pissed off about it, and I support him 100%. So Biden and I believe Harris was there. I don't know if Biden's emotional support animal was with her. Oh, I'm sorry, Mickey Mouse hands.
Oh, him. Okay.
Yeah. That's apparently her emotional support animal.
Well, you said Biden's emotional support. I was
Harris is. See, I
was thinking about Biden's dog who has mysteriously gone missing
and bit so many people.
Yeah, nobody's heard from the dog since.
I would have taken the dog. I know how to raise dogs.
Got to him.
No way. We're getting there. Trust me, we're getting there. No, so Biden was at a campaign event for Harris, I believe.
Yeah.
And they walked into a room full of Trump supporters. And I don't mean like, they might be Trump supporters. I'm talking about hats and shirts and chants. And Biden walked up to a table. Now, I will give Biden credit on this one. He was, we'll say, coherent.
Well, he's been on vacation, so maybe he's had some time
he's
to,
rested.
And
he was, because somebody goes, do you even know who you are? And he's like, no. And then he started going back at him with age jokes.
Yeah.
So they were talking about age and who's whatever. But the one dude gave him a Trump hat.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he put it on.
Yeah.
So is this him staging a coup?
I think he doesn't know what's on the hat.
I mean, you've got Cheney, the Rhino Cheney, who is an evil, disgusting person who claims to be a Republican, probably is because most Republicans suck. He's endorsed Harris. So,
I thought he said I'm not voting for Trump. He didn't say he's.
I believe him and Taylor Swift.
That's two peas in a pod right there.
I'd love to see them on stage together. I mean, wait, so I gotta get back to the Taylor Swift thing in a second. It's an old joke, but it's got to be said. So Biden puts on a Trump hat. Yeah. Now, I don't think he did it ironically. Okay. Because he was joking about it. He's like, "Oh, you want me to sign this?" Yeah. No, I'll put on a Trump hat. So we looking at a possible Biden endorsement of Trump?
There's no way.
We got the picture. Like Dan Bongino says, sound bites and snapshots. We got the fucking killer of the snapshots.
No, I mean, okay, well.
No, this shit said Trump on the.
Yeah, I know, but like. It's not like a coup, but it could be him like jabbing them for like, hey, look, you fucked me over.
Yeah,
I can do something too. You know what I mean?
But does that sound cool? We have a fuck you inside of a coup? No, we have a coup inside of a coup.
Well, he's not cooing though.
We don't know what's he going to do tomorrow.
He has nobody in his camp.
He's got his wife.
Oh
no, she's abandoned him already because she realizes he can't give her any power anymore. So she's just Dr. Jill Biden has bailed on her husband. Kind of, sort of, maybe I don't really know. Don't sue me, please. Because we only have $12 in Monero. We may have more coming in.
It's already gone.
Oh, it's gone. Yeah. So we have nothing. We got nothing. You want my bills? Take my bills. Oh, shit. So where are we at here?
We made some predictions last week about what might happen during or after the debate.
Okay.
And actually, both of us were wrong. Neither of us guessed this one.
What's that?
So Trump. So what I said was, if Trump does well, then they'll sentence him to prison. And if Trump does poorly, then they'll leave him alone.
Well, no, Mashan's already said he's not going to.
That's the thing. That's what neither of us predict this one, where he's now moved the sentencing until after the election.
I've predicted that he's not going to be convicted.
No, you predicted
and Mashan just keeps moving down
but you can't do
because
that
forever. I'm not fucking Mashan. Let that son of a bitch do your fucking job. Either sentence him or get the fuck off the pot and let him go. Because we know you are. We know you're going to let him go.
If it's going to happen after the election, then it's going to depend on who wins, right?
Oh, yes, he wins. He gets sentenced to jail. Right. And he can't immune himself because it's a state charge. Right. Yeah. Well, is it a state charge?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, for New York, yeah.
Well, but those all expired through immunity.
No.
No, they did.
No, they didn't.
They're all...
That's what he's supposed to be talking about.
See, we don't even know what the charges are. We're like, will he be put to jail for charges? I don't know. Dave doesn't know. Oh, they wanted the convicted felon charge.
I don't know. It hasn't helped him.
So before we get into the debate, I'm going to do a pre-story before, to kind of set up the debate.
Yeah.
So it's very possible we got a whistleblower.
For what?
For
the debate.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know, man. Like, if you had that info, why didn't you come out before the debate?
Well, no. So what he said is got lawyers in line to protect everybody involved, and he will release it by the end of the week. That is tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying, well, in the next 6 months,
No, I'm saying, like, why
he
not
said
release
tomorrow.
Why not release it Monday?
Because they want to protect themselves.
Right, but just release it Monday. Just let it out. She's got the questions, everybody. It's a fake debate, everybody. Like, this is all bullshit.
Maybe the whistleblowers didn't come forward.
That's what I'm saying. This is all bullshit.
Well, maybe you needed to wait. Who knows?
You don't have, oh my
He
God.
said tomorrow. I don't know. I don't
This
know.
stuff is always bullshit, no matter which side it happens to.
No, because Hillary Clinton, without a doubt, got questions ahead of time. Because Donna Bash, she worked for the DNC.
But that wasn't like a whistleblower. That was...
Right. They caught her.
Yeah.
So what if we actually have a whistleblower?
Well, but I'm saying, like, if you...
He said tomorrow.
If you have receipts...
He said...
Do it fucking before
No.
the debate. Stop waiting.
Clearly,
Everybody does this, and it's always bullshit. I'm so sick of it.
let's-
If you are a whistleblower,
We'll see.
get the info out now before we can do something about it.
No, see, that's where you're wrong. If you're a whistleblower against the Republicans for the Democrat, you do it now
It doesn't matter.
because you're safe. No, if you're a whistleblower against the Democrat Party, protect yourself first. Get your lawyers in line.
You don't need fucking lawyers. Get on the dark web. Release the info
Oh, the
on the dark web. That's why it exists.
Yeah, but no
do
one
it ahead of time when we can use it. Because now
Okay.
it's fucking useless. There's nothing you can do. The debate happened. Everybody saw what they saw. Nothing's gonna change.
I don't know if we can prove that she got the
It
questions
won't
ahead of
fucking
time.
matter because that info won't get out to the people that need it.
So we have not had this discussion yet. Who won the debate?
Harris did, absolutely.
Really?
No.
Oh, no.
Before I want to
Oh, okay, you're gonna qualify.
I want to qualify because the moderators were way unfair.
No, forget about the moderators. Trump, Harris.
That matters.
No, I know. We'll get into that in a few minutes as well. I'm saying Trump and Harris.
Just from a perspective of just watching what they said, and not evaluating.
Watching what they said and watching how they handled themselves.
How they reacted to each other.
Okay.
Destroyed him.
So what did you learn about Harris?
Nothing.
Wait, but she won the debate.
Yeah.
Did you?
What did I learn about Trump?
Well,
Nothing.
no, he's already said what his policies are.
Yeah.
And what he did when he was president
Right, but that's
before.
not what the debate's about.
But he's saying he's going to continue his.
I understand.
His
But that's
his
not what
action.
the debate is about.
Well, so lie. So in a debate, you can lie.
Yes.
No, see, that's bullshit. You had Harris.
But it's
Very
true.
possibly, and I'll get more into this if I can prove it. I'll bring it up next week. Had over 100 lies.
They both lied a lot. I wasn't counting. I wasn't keeping counts.
No. Because the fact checkers nailed Trump every time they think he lied.
Well, okay, that's possible. That might be true. I'm not.
But they were wrong in a lot of their assessments.
They were wrong on some of them.
Trump is a blowhard. Trump is obnoxious.
Yeah.
And he was, I don't know what he was on that debate. There was some tiredness or some issues, whatever. Maybe he lost his ability to debate. Maybe it is an age thing.
So they prepped her very well.
Right.
They prepped her like they knew how Trump would react.
They
poke him with the rallies.
But they prepped him with her knowing the questions.
Well, the questions were obvious. The questions were obvious regardless. I mean, like, you knew they were going to talk about abortion.
What was the question on border security?
I don't remember the specific question.
Oh, there was no question on border security.
Yeah, they did.
No. Trump brought it up. Trump brought it up. How about questions on the economy? Wait, nope. Trump brought that up too.
No.
Trump missed a lot of opportunities to fucking nail her.
Yeah.
But
she had a canned response for it, whether it was bullshit or not.
No. Actually, the what do you call them? I forget the fucking name. The two people sitting in the table, the moderators, nailed Trump, and then they would rephrase the question to Harris, like the one question that I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. We're gonna hear the answer, and they go, oh, you flip flopped a lot in the last couple of weeks.
Like
can you explain that? Yeah. Well, no, it was more than one thing. Guns, fracking. There's a lot. And by the way, she's a gun owner. Yeah.
Okay.
Show me a fucking gun, and tell me about it. But. No, so she was asked about her flip-flop. She goes, oh, thank you for asking that question. I really want to answer this question. And she never fucking answered it. No. She went on some tirade about her being raised poor or middle class. Her father and mother were fucking professors in college.
Yeah.
So she's not raised poor.
Right.
And one of the funniest memes I saw was Ronald McDonald on the phone. I told you, we have no record of her working here. She never worked at McDonald's, people. She lied about it. Look it up. I'm not saying it. Dave's not saying it. The mainstream media is actually saying it. And the memes are saying it. So let's go ahead and just jump right into the animal eating.
Yeah, no, like if you, so here's the thing. Like most people are going to watch the debate and then leave, right? They're not going to think about what they saw. They're not going to fact check on their own. So like just on those grounds, she did way better. Like she was calm the whole time.
Who went up in polls? Who went up in the polls?
She did. Well, I don't know.
No, she did not.
I don't know about
New
polls,
York Times
but
said
the betting markets, she went way up.
No,
yes, she did.
Is there more than one betting market? Because the one I'm watching, there was no change. I'm watching betting markets.
Which one?
I don't know. I mean,
predicted she went way up, but she came back down yesterday. So I don't know if something happened. Or like if the money just normalized.
So up and down. So where's
she's ahead. She's ahead.
In the betting markets?
Yes.
Oh, bet Trump, dude.
Well, go ahead. Put your money down.
Well, we're going to get in that in a few minutes, too.
But no, like he lost his cool a couple times.
Well,
he took bait. That's the real problem.
He took bait.
So like
I don't think he lost his cool.
Rally thing. Like, yeah, everyone leaves his rallies early, and like he spent fucking 30 seconds
because
everybody stays at my rallies. We have the best rallies of all. Dude, shut the fuck up.
Okay,
man.
No. I gotta give credit. I'm not giving credit to Harris on this one, but I'm gonna give credit to whoever wrote that question. Yeah. You were genius, because that motherfucker can't not go. Oh, my rallies are great. People don't leave. You knew he was gonna be. He took the bait. Went down that rabbit hole. That was a point, Harris. But it wasn't Harris. It was whoever wrote it for her.
Like if you like let it sink in for a day and then you go research. Oh, it's like everything she said was a lie. It's all bullshit.
Well, there was a lot of lies.
It was polished bullshit.
It was polished lies. Yes. So have you looked into like the whole makeup of the debate?
What do you mean?
Well, just like how, because we know the moderators were.
Oh yeah, they were
not
completely biased.
Do you know who the female moderator was?
I don't know.
I forget her name, but guess who she is? A sorority sister to Kamala Harris. So
maybe she was Kamala's pick, and the other guy was Trump's pick, right? Is that?
I don't. That guy wasn't pro-Trump either. They kept calling him out on. They basically called him out on stuff he said that was true.
Yeah.
They called it a lie.
Mr. President, you falsely claimed that blah 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 blah.
Right.
We're like, that's not a question.
She made false claims about about January 6th.
Yeah.
She made false claims.
She did the bloodbath thing, the blind people thing.
Yep. She did
over and over and over again.
The suckers and losers things.
Yeah, they didn't call her out once.
Right. So you can say she won, but it was the moderators on her side. Because part of this whistleblower complaint is they told her, we will not call you out on your lies. Go ahead. Now, thank God for X, because we had fact checkers on X, and they did their fucking job. So, I don't know. Trump did not have his best night, but if you added his closing statement into it,
I don't even remember what that was. I was tuned out by then, and so were a lot of people.
At one point, I believe he said, go back to the White House at 4 p.m. and wake up Joe Biden. So that is funny.
Yeah, he had a good one-liner.
Yeah, he has. She never did because they weren't programmed into her.
But then she also what was really good is that she didn't react to them the way because Hillary. No,
Clinton, she did react.
No,
she did it not verbally.
Well, okay, but you can
read
see
the
her
body
act,
language.
I
mean, what was this?
Yeah, no.
I mean, I don't understand.
Well, Hillary took the bait on those, right?
Yeah.
And she didn't, which that's how you defeat that.
No, I agree. They learned what he was going to do, but I mean, I don't even know what this is.
I don't think he prepped it. What
was? But she's your winner. She's your pick.
But I'm not saying she was great. I'm just saying she did better. They prepped her. In the eyes of the public, she did way better.
No, she didn't because she lost in the polls. The New York Times said Trump went up 2%. She went down 2%. He's leading with independent voters. So I mean, number-wise, I think he won. I agree with you. He did not have a great showing that night. The showing was whether he was tired, whether he's just lost it. I don't think he's lost it yet. He's still pretty sharp. I mean, he's going to be here in Vegas. Tomorrow night.
He was here last week.
Oh,
he was at Lake
JD Vance was here last week with
JD.
with Mickey Mouse hands.
Ah.
Yeah.
Look at this. Which party will win? I predicted 57 cents on the Democrats. Like they're destroyed.
It's on my work computer which one I'm going to, but I didn't. Now, did that move since the debate?
Yes. Look right here. This is high volume. That's the debate. And like Trump went down, and she kind of hovered even-ish.
I don't know. I mean, the fact that the moderators and Harris was going after Trump and they didn't play him fair.
Obviously.
So you can't win if you cheat.
Well, no, of course not.
And the fact that she had a personal. Well, who owns ABC?
Fuck if I know. Is it Disney?
Yeah. How does Mickey Mouse feel about Trump?
Oh, he hates him.
Oh wait. So we had so Trump truly went into the lion's den.
Yeah.
Okay.
Course.
So he did not have the best night. Because I'm not going to lie, I was not happy with it. But he got his zingers in. He got a bunch of points across. And I guess we got to talk about this. Are they eating dogs and cats in Springfield?
I'm going to go with no.
So,
and that was okay.
So you're taking the government side on this.
Well, hold on. I posted this on our Twitter after the debate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they faked this story just so that Trump would pick up on it.
Possible.
And then they could embarrass him by saying that's not
true. But they really, well, okay, so they said it's not true, but they also said that the numerous cops were killed on January 6th. So we already know
that's true.
What we heard there.
It was kind of a whimsical little conspiracy theory. It wasn't like a serious thing.
But no. This is actually important to me. Because people have went to city council meetings on video and said they're eating our pets, they're eating our ducks, they're eating our geese.
Well, no, what they said. Okay, so there's separate things going on.
There's a couple different.
So they are taking public ducks and geese and eating those. Okay, that's true.
Okay,
we have pictures of that. We have like actual pictures and video of that. The cat thing. We have a woman that was arrested for eating a cat.
She was an Ohio resident.
But yeah, she was an American. And I think
mentally ill.
Drugs or something.
You know, she's mentally ill. Yeah, that's fine.
And then there's always everywhere in the country people are going to say, "Oh, my cat went missing. It's probably that immigrant guy that ate it." You know, like that's all. Like you have no evidence.
Fair enough.
They did a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode of that, where the Korean bookie, like they thought he ate the dog. Right?
So I believe it is happening to some extent.
I mean,
and you don't, and that's fine, right? Yeah, we'll never know the truth because the media lies. And the only reason I believe it's sort of happening is because the media is saying it's not happening. Because I don't believe what the media says. Yeah, that's the problem. But it's weird that you're taking the government side in this, which is cool. I mean, you are because I mean, the governments are saying it's not happening. The citizens are saying it is happening. No, you and I are not there. We're not there.
The citizens are not saying it's happening. They're saying my cat's missing.
No, they're going to town council meetings.
They have no evidence that anyone ate the cat.
Okay, all of a sudden, a whole bunch of cats and dogs are missing. I don't know.
I don't think all of a sudden.
But honestly, I'll agree with you that it's a distraction issue.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, though, so I didn't look into this Ohio town. What is it, like 30,000 residents or something?
Small.
And then they brought in 20,000 Haitians. And is it some kind of factory town or something where they opened up a factory, or like what's the story here?
So today is September 12th.
Yeah.
The election is less than 60 days away.
Okay, sure, November something.
So maybe they're filling up Ohio and Pennsylvania. Okay, so Harris, first of all,
obvious.
Harris can't win. It's too obvious.
Right,
really?
No, listen.
Really?
Stop.
82 million is not.
Listen.
Okay.
If you're going to bring in 20,000 Haitians to illegally vote, you're not going to stuff them all in a small town.
It's not one
you're
town.
You're going to put them in cities.
It's not one town.
No. Why would you put them in this one city?
Because traditionally, big cities go Democrat, go blue. So you fill the small towns.
Right, but you got to look less obvious than that. That's too obvious.
Really?
Yes.
So you want, after going through 2020,
dude, it's way too and then plus
So they okay,
in a town like that, it's all Republican poll watchers and shit. Like they're not gonna let those people vote.
So
they're gonna say you're a Haitian, you can't vote.
Well, but they have the right to vote though.
No, they don't.
I don't know about Ohio. Pennsylvania has given all their illegals driver's license, and they have a right to vote when you have a driver's license.
Separate things.
Nope.
They don't have the right to vote.
Yes, in Pennsylvania, yes, they do.
So some states have said you can vote in local elections, but they still can't vote in federal elections.
That in Pennsylvania, that is not true.
100% is true.
Okay, well, I guess we'll have to bring the facts next week then. But I don't believe Harris can win at all because she's extremely unlikable. And Mickey Mouse, no, I'm going somewhere. Mickey Mouse hands just, I mean, it's not even that he's unlikable. So basically, someone posted a meme of him, and I believe it wasn't AI created. It was him carrying a gun.
Okay.
For deer hunting.
Yeah.
It was so I'm not a hunter, but they're like, no, that's a quail gun. You can't hunt deer with that gun. Now, I'm going to go ahead and assume it's true because the picture looked normal, but I want to see their guns. I don't know. I want to see their guns, but
I don't want to see it. I want them to tell me what kind of bullets go in it.
And that would. But no, I don't know. I don't think Harris can win because no. Well,
400 million votes.
It's going to have to be 400 million votes.
She's going to get them.
In a fair election, she can't win. Now, are they going to cheat? I don't. It's kind of like they're setting it up. But if she loses, Pennsylvania and Ohio are both swing states, and they tend to go together.
Okay.
They tend to go red or blue together. So I think they're trying. Harris cannot win without Pennsylvania and potentially Ohio. She can't.
Right.
The math does not work out because I truly don't believe Georgia's going in that direction at all. North Carolina's been going red a lot lately. So I don't believe she can win without Pennsylvania and Ohio.
Okay.
So the fact they're packing, and J.D. Vance is from Ohio.
Yeah.
So they're packing these small towns with Haitians.
Yeah, but like, I mean, imagine you're some rural bumfuck Ohio, townsperson where you know everybody, right? They all know each other, and like you go to your booth on voting day, and like you're the poll watcher or you're the guy that hands out the ballots, whatever, and like there's a line of Haitians.
But if they have
to leave.
No. If they're on the voter roll, they have every right to vote.
They can't be. They're not citizens,
dude. I unfortunately,
they're refugees.
Okay, no, they're not. They're illegals. They're not refugees.
No, those guys are specifically refugees. I don't know about the other cities and other towns, but the people in this town of Ohio, those are refugees. Those are all illegal.
So when 25,000 Haitians crashed the Mexican border, they were all refugees.
Is that where they came from? Mexico? They came from Mexico. I don't know.
I don't know who's in Ohio.
Yeah.
I'm saying 25,000 people came across the Texas border that were not refugees.
Okay, but that's not those that we're talking about.
But they were Haitian.
Okay, so there's lots of Haitians.
Well,
the people
because
in this town are refugee, like they have refugee status. Well, whether you agree with it or not, like
no. If they truly have refugee status, I need to look into that. No, that's fine. I'll look into it afterwards because
they can't vote. They don't have vote.
Dude, illegals are voting throughout this country.
But they're legal. They're legal.
What's the SAFE Act?
And two, they can't vote.
What's the SAFE Act all about?
The SAFE Act is just trying to make you prove that you can vote.
It's prove that it says illegals cannot vote.
But it's already illegal.
But yet they are. It happened in 2020 as well.
Two laws doesn't change anything, right? Like murder is illegal, and murder still happens. Oh, so let's pass another law that's saying murder is double illegal. No. So just enforce the first law.
Okay, so we'll see in November if counties in Ohio that always went red.
Yeah.
If they go blue.
Well, let's just look at this.
Are you going to question that? Well, no, it's not that one little town. There's numerous towns in Ohio that get flooded with Haitians.
Towns because we know exactly who came here.
Okay, fine. We'll stick with Springfield, Ohio. Yeah. I do not know what county they're in.
Figure that out.
And I will guarantee that county's always voted red.
I'm sure it has.
Well, right, because it's Ohio. It's not. Yeah. It's not near Cincinnati. It's not near Cleveland.
It's called Clark County, surprisingly enough.
Clark County? Oh, they're definitely going to cheat. It's Clark County. So
yeah, this is very rural. It's definitely a red county.
Actually, they're not that far from Columbus, though.
They will. I'm not sure. Isn't Columbus over in the center here?
Well, no, Cincinnati's down here, and Columbus is a couple of counties over.
Okay. Well, yeah. So like usually these kind of places have the voter info on their websites.
Right.
So we'll keep a track.
So if they go blue,
I don't think they're gonna go blue. Well. And if they go blue, regardless of red or blue, we will have the total numbers. So we know that there's like 50,000 people before the Haitians came in. Mm-hmm. So if the votes are like 62,000,
well, that happened in 2020 though.
Not in this.
Not in a large number, but there were counties in Michigan and Wisconsin that more people voted than were on the register.
Right.
More people voted than were on the register.
Right.
Okay. So something was afoot in Michigan.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not denying that, but like again, this is bumfuck Red County, Ohio, where like everyone knows everyone's name. It's not that easy to pull this off there. But like
We'll see.
election night, I will pull the records from the county website.
We'll see.
Assuming they have the fucking, the electronic ones rather than, you got to call up.
Well, no, but they're clearly red right there. So it may take a few weeks afterwards to actually see it, and let's break down the numbers.
Well, a lot of them uploaded the...
But here's the problem, though. Now that we're talking about it, the Harris campaign is obviously watching us. Well, I mean, Putin's giving us money, we think. And so the government's watching us. So they're going to be like, oh, no, pull the plug on Clark County in Ohio. Pull the plug. Canary in the cage. They figured it out.
Well, I went and looked at a bunch of counties after 2020 because I wanted to see these Michigan and Wisconsin and all this shit for myself. So I found out that a lot of the county websites, they have an election section, and you just download CSV or XML or however they have it, and I read programs that can parse through that and give me the totals myself and look through it myself.
Okay.
So if they have this, then it'll be super easy.
So in Michigan, they did not keep their ballots, which they were required to do. And in Wisconsin, they proved that over 200,000 ballots were illegally filled out from the head of elections out of Milwaukee, which both would have overturned both states. Georgia, they're literally 300,000 ballots short per a judge's order, and that would have put Trump in the victory. So let's just say, again, something was afoot in those three states.
Right. No, yeah, there's no question about that. I'm just saying, this county, I don't think you're going to see any crazy shit.
There was massive voter fraud in 2020, and there's going to be massive voter fraud now.
I didn't only pick blue counties in Wisconsin. I picked random rural red counties, and they all look fine. So there's something in statistics called Benford's Law.
Okay.
And it's a way of detecting cheating on accounting forms or tests or what have you. And the way it works is when you have... You look at the last digit of the count, and you're more likely to see the number 1, followed by 2, followed by 3, followed by 4, all the way down. And there's a statistical graph that these numbers should follow. And if the data is legit, they'll follow that graph fairly closely.
Right.
And if they're not legit, then you're going to see all these goofy spikes.
Yeah.
Why is the number 4 showing up too often? Well, maybe you're cheating, and it's not a guarantee you're cheating.
Right. No. But
maybe you're cheating.
But it's based on historical reference, and I'm fine with that.
So I pulled all these counties, and this is on my GitHub account actually. If you pop in the chat room and ask, I'll give you the link. I pulled a bunch of red counties. I put a bunch of blue counties, and I did 2016 and 2020. Just to have more data. More data is good. So Trump's numbers pretty much follow the pattern.
Yeah.
They go down the curve like you expect. And I looked at Joe Jorgensen as well and Gary Johnson. Because, more data is better. And they follow the pattern. And they got very few votes, so they don't follow it perfectly.
Right.
Because there's more noise in the data.
Yeah.
And then you look at both Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden, and it's just this big spiky mess.
Okay, so
why aren't they following? And so in the blue counties they do that, but in the red counties, all of them follow the pattern.
Right.
So the red counties weren't fucking around.
Right.
And the blue counties were. Something was causing this spike to happen.
Yeah. So are you more in the camp now because you weren't before of 2020 being compromised?
No, I've always said it's compromised. I said
you and Charles kind of.
No. I said it's compromised, but we can't guarantee that the compromising is what turned the election.
So if you look at Michigan, Wisconsin, and Georgia, and I've proven in those 3 cases they cannot produce the ballots they said they can produce.
Right.
Trump would have won if those unproducible ballots.
Well, how would you know that if you haven't produced the ballots?
Well, why can't you produce the ballots?
Well, but I'm saying, how would you know Trump would have won if the ballots are not there?
Because the number of ballots that are missing are enough to overturn the election.
Wow. Right, so, if they go towards Trump, but you don't know that they went towards Trump.
No, that's true, but what if you swipe multiple ballots for Biden?
Well, of course they do that.
No, but the reality is, who was more than likely to hide ballots and try to create a smokescreen?
I'm not disputing any of
I agree. I understand. I truly believe, one, historically speaking, never in a presidential election, and this is even going back to George Washington because they do it in pencil, has a line ever went straight up on a graph report.
Right.
The same thing happened in Venezuela.
Yeah.
Weird. And our CIA is not involved in that either. Let's talk about NGOs getting involved where they shouldn't.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, Lockheed Martin.
Oh, okay. I had some family members work there. Tried to convince me to work there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you said no on principle or no on?
Well, at first it was more like, because he's been pestering me for my whole life essentially. So at first it was like, yeah, I like where I'm working. I like to do the city life in Chicago.
Yeah.
But as I grew older, I'm like, fuck no, I'm not working for no fucking Lockheed Martin. Are you nuts? Oh, well, my uncle was a mechanic there, and he worked on commercial airplanes, so he wasn't one of the dickheads. You know what I mean? But,
so they've been now hired by the federal government.
Yeah.
Which is not a shocker. They hire them all the time to do some weird shit. To detect and defeat misinformation.
Oh, what the fuck would Lockheed Martin know about misinformation? They make airplanes.
If they base it on the fact of the media being the reference, we're all kind of fucked. Guys,
it's circular, right?
It's
misinformation because ABC says so, because Lockheed says so, because ABC says so, because Wikipedia says so, and Wikipedia got it from the New York Times, and they got it from ABC.
So to detect and defeat misinformation. So what would be another word for that? Violated our First Amendment rights?
That's several words.
Is it more than one word?
Yeah.
See, I look at that and I was like, we the people, I think is one big word because it's a big thing. Whatever. So they're going to tell me what I can say?
No, they're not going to tell you what you can say. They're just going to punish you for saying it.
Oh, great. I'm going to get some idiot, some nerd from Lockheed Martin. Yeah, I don't answer questions. I'm not the government, asshole.
I don't care. Even better.
Yeah, so here, let me give you some lead. No, I'm not doing that. No, I find that odd that they're hiring NGOs to monitor our speech.
Well, so like they're not legally allowed to do it.
Oh wait,
and private companies are. So they somehow think if we hire the private company to do it, that doesn't.
Holy fuck! We actually agree on something. Well, this might be historical data.
They've always made this argument in court, and it's always been bullshit.
Yeah,
like the courts have rejected it every single time, but they keep doing it.
That was before COVID, or it was after COVID too.
No, they've always
shit's kind of changed after COVID, dude.
No, the courts have always come around. Like, so the problem is that the courts are.
You have faith in the courts?
It's not faith. It's like objectively they have made the right decision more often than not. And
I disagree wholeheartedly with that.
No.
Since 2020. Oh, that's fine.
The problem is they take years, right?
Okay.
So like if I'm abusing your rights now, like Dina Titus is blocking us on Twitter now. Oh, the courts will fix it in 2 years.
Oh, so we're looking at our millions for at least 2 years?
Right.
Well,
that's what's really,
suck it, listeners. This is what you get for 2 years.
The election is in November. So even if Dina Titus has to pay me a payout in 2 years, she's already cheated the election.
Oh, sneaky.
Right, so it doesn't fucking matter. Like to me, it's not about the money. I don't want her money. I want a public apology and an unblock. That's what I want.
All right, there you go.
If any money comes through, it goes to my lawyers. I will take $0.
Okay. What's your odds?
In winning in court, I would win, for sure. It's a slam dunk case.
What's your odds going to court?
So like, here's the thing. Like I said, I've contacted a couple lawyers over email. They don't seem to get to their fucking email, so I'm going to start calling them over the next week. And if nobody wants to call me, or call me back, or talk to me, or whatever, I might just file a pro se lawsuit. I'll just do it myself.
There you go.
I don't give a fuck. It's not that hard. It's a slam dunk case. We have recent precedent. I mean, like, I have nothing to lose, right?
Sure.
So yeah, look forward to that.
The Canary in the Cage has something to lose.
No,
you might get us press though.
Yes,
we might get more listeners.
Yes.
Holy shit!
Imagine if the Las Vegas Review Journal.
Oh fuck them!
Comes out with a story,
dude.
Democrat Congresswoman being sued by libertarians.
2 years ago, I did like a 30-minute interview with them.
Yeah.
Sent them pictures, just like at their request.
Yeah.
Never published the article.
I went in and took pictures with them, but they didn't ask for. They were supposed to send me a package for the.
We're libertarians. We're ignored. Whatever. Yeah.
And like, nobody answers their email, so I'm gonna start calling. I fucking hate talking on the phone like a teenage girl, but I guess I'm gonna have to. You know.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I'll keep that info up to date for sure. I'll make a website for it.
Okay. Oh. I hope you do. Oh, where are we at now? So we kind of discussed the debate. I don't know. I guess did we cover the full debate? You think she won? I think he played out better under the whole picture because he was fighting multiple people. But I do admit he had a bad night. So I don't know if this is important or not. I know it's not political, but every once in a while I would like to bring up non-political shit. Guess what movie's coming back?
Beetlejuice?
Oh, Beetlejuice already did. And I believe Michael Keaton's actually Beetlejuice. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
No.
They brought back a lot of actors. They brought back Winona Ryder.
Oh, they did?
And Catherine O'Hara was in it.
Okay, so now I got to watch the movie.
The father wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened with him?
Did he die?
No. You don't know this story?
No, shit. What do you got?
Remember who the father was in the original Beetlejuice?
I don't remember the actor's name, but he was not a big actor anyway.
No, so he was also the principal in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, shit, you're right.
His name was Jeffrey Jones.
He was on Roseanne, too.
And he's a pedophile.
He's a pedo?
Yes.
Oh.
You go to California sex offender search, type in Jeffrey Jones, and it's not pretty. So he is not working as an actor. And yeah, he was not invited back.
But Harvey Weinstein's kind of going through the same thing.
That's not pedophile. That's adult women.
Oh, okay. Well,
we're talking like 8-year-olds here.
No shit.
Look it up.
All right, no, I'm tired
People
of that
not
shit.
get sued for this one. So yeah, they brought back a lot of the original actors. It was pretty. I mean, I didn't watch it. I'm not going to watch it. But I like when they do that.
But I think you might watch this one.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Goonies.
Really?
And they're bringing back the original actors.
I don't think I want to watch that.
Really?
They're going to ruin it.
Goonies never die.
I know, but they're going to ruin it. They're going to... Come on, man. Sean Astin, he's a fucking dickhead now. And...
Don't sue us, Sean. I love Gene Rudy, dude.
Is Corey Feldman even around? I mean...
He's still alive. I mean, the other Corey died.
Yeah, Corey Haim died.
But Feldman, I mean, as long as Charlie Sheen's dick's not in his ass.
And Chunk...
Oh, wait, sorry, don't sue me.
Didn't Chunk leave the acting world? Like, I don't think he's an actor anymore.
Well, but I mean, hey...
Are you going to get Josh Brolin? Like, what's he going to do? Like,
you want a payday? You know, Josh Brolin's in... Oh shit! He's on a Netflix episode that's kind of like a Twin Peaks weird. What is that? Oh, they're Supernatural. I know. I'm trying.
But I know they're gonna get Data because, like, I don't know if you followed his story, but like he did the Goonies and he did Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Okay.
And then he just disappeared. Right? He stopped acting. He went to like college. I think he's like a math student or something. Like really smart college kid. And then he came back. And like he won an Oscar, like a Best Actor.
Well, there you go.
For
Goonies may be interesting.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, I think.
So that being said, they remade Roadhouse. No. You gotta understand. Roadhouse from the '80s is probably one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
And it's without a doubt one of the movies that I've reacted in my life. So there are certain scenes in movies that I find funny.
Yeah.
And I've spent a career trying to be in a situation where I could react to that movie and use the same words, the same verbiage, and get away with it because it made sense. And Roadhouse is probably my number one movie for doing that. I love that movie.
Yeah, wasn't the remake terrible?
The remake would have been a good movie if it was called something else.
Yes, okay.
A Bar in Florida Keys.
Yeah.
It would have been a great movie. Although I know, well, because they have nothing. But what's the what's that MMA fighter, the real cocky one?
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Conor McGregor's in the movie. His opening scene, he's literally walking through an alley butt naked with his strut. I'm like, okay, I'll give you this one. That's fucking funny because I do like Conor McGregor. Jake Gyllenhaal, was he the main actor in that one?
In Roadhouse?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay, I watched the movie just because I wanted to see how bad they butchered. And
I avoid this stuff like the plague.
Because Roadhouse is one of my favorite movies, I had to watch it. And it didn't line up. I don't think anybody said to him, "Oh, I thought you'd be bigger."
Yeah, I really like Cobra Kai, though. Cobra Kai's amazing.
Cobra Kai, that is an amazing episode. I love the fact that they just carried that story on and repicked it up 20 years later.
Right.
So I do.
More than that, isn't it? Fuck, like 40 years later. Shit.
Oh, I don't care, man. What the fuck?
Old, man.
Not that old. Well, maybe I am. Cobra Kai, I actually dig that one. The new release on Netflix, it's not sucking me in right now. But the first
Well,
couple
this
episodes
is the last season.
is the last.
Yeah, it should be because they're all
Yeah.
grown up now. And
No, but the without a doubt, the first like 4 or 5 seasons was
yeah,
amazing.
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah, go watch that if you haven't watched that.
yeah. No, it stays true to the history of the
Yeah.
predicate.
See, that's what I'm looking for. Like,
It's-
if you're gonna bring back an old IP, and for the modern world, you need to respect the original work.
Right.
Like, so the Star Wars shit.
Yeah.
No respect at all.
Well,
they
yeah,
trashed
really,
their
yeah.
characters. They ruined Luke Skywalker's whole arc. Right. The whole point was he was the good guy. He was the uncorruptible youth that saved his father.
Yeah.
And then he tried to kill his nephew.
Okay.
And now he's a loner off on an island and he doesn't care. Like, fuck you, man.
We got to bring it up.
What's that?
Rest in peace, James Earl Jones.
Yes, James Earl Jones.
Cheers, brother. You were a great actor in numerous different movies, including Star Wars.
And he didn't come back for the new ones because that would have been, or did he?
I don't think so. I stopped watching them after Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I finished them out. Well, yeah.
So
they're bad.
So
yeah, you have to respect the original material.
Okay, so talking about that, you more than likely didn't watch this sitcom.
Okay.
There's one sitcom. I wish they would. It's not a remake. It would be a. What is it called when they take a couple actors out and they put a spinoff? So is there in your mind? Is there a sitcom from the '90s you'd like to see a spinoff on?
Ooh, man, let's see. Some from the 90s. Home Improvement might be a good one.
Is it? I think it's the '90s.
Yeah, that was 90s.
No. The one I'm thinking of.
What are you thinking? I mean, they did Full House, like the comeback of Full House.
Yeah.
Alf was more of the 80s.
Oh, they need to be fucking Alf back right now. Seriously, he eats cats.
Oh, that's true.
He needs to be out back right now.
And he's an alien. He's an
alien. I know.
That work.
Alpha's like, seriously, bring it the fuck back, Hollywood.
Make that work
Where are you? And CGI and AI and whatever
I'm coming
we can have a badass Alf.
Yeah.
All right, no, but there's a TV show that I've watched. I love the TV show. It never did well in ratings. It came over called classic, kind of like The Big Lebowski. Did shitty in the movie theaters, but in video it did great. So I've never talked about this before. So the spinoff I want to see is from News Radio.
I never watched that one.
So Phil Hartman was one of my favorite actors
he
ever.
was really good.
He was killed by his wife midway through this, and they brought in John Lovitz. Which fine. John Lovitz is a friend of Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
John Lovitz is funny, but that's not what I want to see.
Yeah,
it's Joe Rogan.
He was on that.
Yeah. Joe Rogan was the maintenance or the electrician engineer.
Huh.
He always did like weird shit, like blew up shit and like rigged stuff to make stuff work. Oh, don't hit that button. We'll blow up. But everything's fine if you don't hit that button. That kind of shit. Huh. So, 20 years later, Joe Rogan would be a conspiracy theorist living in the desert doing a podcast.
Okay.
And then you got Stephen Root.
Now, don't spoil too much because I might go legally download this and watch it.
But it doesn't exist, though.
News Radio? No, News Radio.
No, no. You got to watch News Radio. It's actually good.
Yeah,
but
you find a legal copy at the video store. And
Well, no, thrift stores, too. They sell legal copies.
So that's what I'm going to do.
No, but so if you can't appreciate this if you didn't watch News Radio. Joe Rogan was like the conspiracy theorist. So, yeah, him and I, those characters, him and I linked on that alone. But and the fact that I fix buildings, I do shit like that, and he rigged stuff up. So Stephen Root was Jimmy James.
Okay.
So it's Jimmy James was the millionaire.
Okay.
So now it's Jimmy James being the millionaire funding Joe Rogan to be conspiracy theorist on a podcast in the desert. I mean, seriously, Joe Rogan on a podcast? Who would think it?
Yeah.
That never happened, right? But has that ever happened in real life? Oh, wait, shit. He's the #1 podcaster in the world.
Interesting. Who would you get to play Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan.
He's
He's bald. I mean, he's like full on. He's going back to the moon being faked. He's kind of like going back to his roots of this shit, being like, "What the fuck's going on? I'm a Democrat. Oh shit! I fucked this country. I fucked this state up. I had to move out of California. Maybe I should be a Democrat anymore. Sure, be an independent dude. I like it. Be a libertarian. If you have to, be a Republican. I don't care. But the reality is, his look gives him the conspiracy theorist look. And there could be, you could kind of mix in a local bar and bring in like a Cheers kind of theme to it, or a ranch kind of theme to it. But then he kind of disappears into his little podcast studio and does this. The aliens are coming for us, man. They're coming.
You know what? Maybe you can cross this over with the Alf.
Oh shit, Joe Rogan and Alf?
Right?
Oh, that's a hit. Hollywood. No, don't listen. No, we're doing this one. This is on us. Give me Joe Rogan now. Hey, Joe Rogan, you got a call from a guy Canary in the Cage podcast?
I would watch it.
Yeah, Joe Rogan would be like, who the fuck is that? But reality, seriously, Alf and Joe Rogan, oh dear God. Well, no, because it's funny because I thought going back to just the Joe Rogan thing, put him in Pahrump. I mean, seriously, is there a town more in this America that's filled with conspiracy theorists?
I don't.
But then you got
near Area 51,
yeah,
Roswell. Roswell's a good one.
Yeah, but Area 51 is desolate, man. There's one bar.
Yeah, Roswell's pretty big on that.
Although I guess you could, maybe. But I think with Pahrump, because you've got the character of actors just from Pahrump. I mean, Jesus Christ, you got anything from CEOs to fucking sovereign citizens there. You could really kind of, and then you get the Californians there moving in going, you can't do that. And we're like, we've been doing that our whole life. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck out.
So,
fucking California.
So Joe Rogan, I know you're listening, brother. If you listen for the keyword, we'll send you the Monero. You'll win.
Oh, I gotta find that keyword. Let me find a keyword.
So, no, I just thought that would be a spinoff I would watch.
The secret word today will be atomic.
Ooh, Atomic Brewing.
Just atomic.
Well, there's Atomic Brewing here in Vegas,
okay.
And all their beers are made from the nuclear issues that we. Are you Homer Simpson? Nuke? I don't know if I can say that word. I don't really care. But yeah, no, it's just, they have beers based. It's all based on. Able Baker. Oh, it's actually Able Baker's the name of the brewery, but it's all based on nuclear stuff. It's kind of cool.
And that's another interesting Nevada-Chicago connection.
What's that?
So, the mafia that came out here is from Chicago, but all the nuclear stuff also started in Chicago.
Really?
Yeah. So the University of Chicago on Garfield Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
They have that big. What do you call it in the center? Like the street goes, there's the street on the right and the street on the left, and then there's a big
an island?
Yeah, an island or something. And it's like a park, like a walkway.
Yeah.
That's where the atom was first split. By humans, yeah. Well, underground.
No, they're sort of splitting atoms in the Chicago area.
We have Fermilab.
Yeah. Fermilab.
So Fermilab was built after they proved it could work at the University of Chicago.
Yeah, because they apparently have a tunnel that runs under a lot of towns.
Oh, yeah. So they were doing research at the University of Chicago, and they were like, well, let's just build a hole. Let's dig a hole under the ground. It was under the football field, actually. And they just saw what they could do. Just fucked around and split the first atom. And they said, maybe we should move this to Fermilab. Might be a little dangerous.
Let's blow up the suburban people versus the rural people. Or the city people.
Yeah, but then after they got the initial test working, they said, we need somewhere to test the bombs. And we can't do that in the city. So they moved out to the Nevada desert.
Yeah, there are pictures of people at a fast food restaurant with a mushroom cloud in the background. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's Photoshop. That's Photoshop." I'm like, nope, that's Nevada. Yeah. Welcome to Nevada. Come and drink our water.
So yeah, long history of Chicago, Nevada connection.
So I moved to Pahrump briefly.
Yeah.
And before I moved up there, I wanted to. I kind of did a deep dive into the. Well, so Pahrump used to be its own city.
Okay.
It's no longer a city.
What is it now?
Well, the citizens arrested all their town council No. So the funny thing is the sheriff went in and said, yes, I'll support it. If you bring them into my department, we will process them. So the townspeople went through the front door and the back door and the windows, the city council people were just jumping out and running. Oh, so it's Pahrump. You got to understand Pahrump. But, Rock Video was partially filmed in Pahrump?
No.
I want to be a cowboy. Kid Rock. He actually has the Welcome to Pahrump sign in the video.
Interesting.
No, so yeah, Pahrump is it's no longer a town. It's a rural town now. Yeah, it's all Nye County sheriffs now. But yeah, so and now the Californians they want to go back to a town, but they don't realize how corrupt that fucking place is.
Go if you don't like it. Why did you move here? Stay in California if you like the way they do things. I don't understand these people.
Yeah,
I mean, fucking like parasites.
Yeah, I will say that's the one thing about Joe Rogan. I did appreciate when he said this. He goes, listen. He goes, I moved my family to Austin.
Yeah.
Because of California.
Right.
He goes, I voted the wrong way in California.
Yeah.
He goes, we moved. Do not vote the same way where you moved to.
Right.
If that's true,
yeah, that's
awesome.
Yeah.
But yet we got Taylor Swift now coming out in support of what's her name?
Harris.
Oh yeah, Harris. And who's the other one? The Mickey Mouse hands guy?
Tim.
Oh, Walls. I actually knew their name. But the reality is, I mean, apparently the Taylor Swift thing has made an impact. Like they're saying 300,000 people are now registered to vote since her. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But really, what is she known for?
Singing.
Songs about. Making bad choices.
I know where you're going.
Making bad choices.
I saw that one on Twitter.
Well, no, I know. I mean, but this has been a joke the entire time. Even Family Guy hit on this. Like Family Guy had Chris dating her, and they broke up, and she did a nasty song about him. So this has been something that this is not just like a 2024 political thing. Taylor Swift makes bad decisions. No, this is a life choice that she's made to make bad decisions. Now she's dating that football player now, so we don't know if we want to make fun of her because he may or may not have went back after Elon Musk. It might be fake. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I saw that.
Do you see that? Yeah. So Elon Musk made I didn't understand his comment, but I'll watch your cats, but I'll give you kids.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure Elon Musk in his own brain finds that really funny, and it probably is really funny. We just don't get his intelligence. But I'm 6'4". I could bend you into a pretzel.
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
I know.
Threatening a billionaire.
I know.
Like, I don't think it's real.
So it's probably fake. I said that. I don't accuse me of saying shit that it's not.
Whenever somebody posts an image on Twitter and I can't find the original tweet, it's fake.
But it was still funny.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like the dogs and the cats eating anything. I don't know if it's happening or not, but I love the memes. Keep them coming. And there's that senator from I didn't write his name. That's Stillwell or Stalewell or whatever. He's like, I can't believe they're making memes about people eating cats. This is disgusting. What does this country come to? Fucking find his name. And send him all your cat, dog, and duck and bald eagle memes you got.
He was fake crying. Like, what the fuck?
The Democrats fucking lie. And here's the thing: if the dog and cat eating thing is a lie and it's fake. But but movement is made on it, and Trump benefits from it. Go for it. The fucking Democrats are lying their asses off.
Well, one thing is like I don't want people to like go out and lynch others. You know what I mean? So like make sure you keep it lighthearted and understand that it's a joke.
True.
Because some people are fucking stupid, right? They'll see a joke and they're like, let's kill them fucking Haitians.
Yeah, right.
Come on, man.
Don't do that. It's all funny. It's all fun and games. Make the funny memes, not the scary memes where you're threatening people. Be funny. Because and if you don't think you're funny, play with it. It's fun. Right. You might become funny.
And they'll join. See, the thing is, like the good Haitians, they'll join in with you. Right, and then you make them American that way. That's how you do that. So
the good Haitians, they're not the cannibals. So now we got cannibals.
Is it ethically sourced cannibal food, or is it?
But now, so you're not. If you eat a dog or a cat, you're not a cannibal.
No.
But what are you? I mean, don't eat a fucking dog or cat.
I would eat a dog or a cat. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, jeez.
Meat is meat, dude. I'm not going to eat your dog or cat because that's your property.
I think my dog would eat you.
But if there's like a stray dog, I don't give a fuck, man. Who cares?
Okay, this is not a Canary in the Cage sponsorship. We do not agree with Dave. Dave is on his own. All hate mail should be directed to Dave. He wants to eat dogs and cats. I don't want to eat dogs and cats unless I'm really desperate. Well, no, but that ironically is a funny thing. I mean, we eat a cow.
Yeah.
How far is a cow from a dog?
It's not that far.
I know. It's all meat. But I'm not saying you should eat them. I do not encourage that. I do not sponsor that. I don't even know what else to say. Hate mail goes to Dave, not me. Because I love dogs and cats. We may even have a cat running around. I hid my cats in my closet. They may be roaming around here right now. I thought I saw a Haitian. The dude looked Haitian walking down my street, so I just locked up my cats. Not my dogs. My dogs can protect themselves. They're well trained. Oh shit! What else we got going on? I got a few more things I got to talk about.
More? Like fuck, we're like how many hours in here?
Oh, what are we at? Where are we at here? We're not even an hour yet. We're like 50 seconds from an hour.
Oops.
Goonies, I talked about that. Oh, so this is what I do want to talk about real quick. There is a recall on eggs. There's been a recall on boar's head meat.
Oh, I saw the boar's head.
It's killing people, guys. Get your own gardens. Get your own chickens.
See,
just saying.
That's why you should go like farm these geese that are just walking around, man. They're free geese.
They killed one of the dudes. Killed a geese that was the mama of a bunch. Like no. The town named that geese. Now I get it. A geese would probably be really fucking good. It's white chicken, turkey,
greasy.
goose.
You gotta cook it right.
But it was the mama of a bunch of other small geese. The town named it. Leave that one alone.
I mean, how are you supposed to know? Like, it's not like it's just a fucking goose walking around.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
If you want to protect that goose, like, give it a home or something. Like, you can't just have it walking around like every other goose and say, well, that one's special. We have to protect that one.
Humans walk around. I'm not eating them.
Right, but like...
Ah, Jesus. Okay.
Like, if you had a pet cow, you wouldn't eat that cow. But you'd eat all the other cows.
I would eat that cow.
No, it would be.
I don't care about a name. I would name that thing. I would pet that thing, and I'd eat that thing. I don't think so. I actually know. You know the rules to being a rancher?
No.
Birth the cow.
Yeah.
Feed the cow.
Yeah.
Kill the cow. Eat the cow.
Right.
That's all you need to do.
Right. You don't name it. You don't pet it. You don't bring it inside.
Nah, name it, pet it. I don't. That was Sam Elliott from the ranch. That was he's like in repeat. So. Yeah, I found it funny. So where else we at here? Government has a possible shutdown coming.
Yeah, they say that a lot.
I know, but I like it when they shut down. So
have they ever actually shut down?
Yes, they have. I was actually traveling one week when they shut down on Martin Luther King Day weekend, and I was in LA, and I'm like, I'm flying out of LAX.
Well, you know what's funny?
This is gonna suck.
Every time there's a shutdown,
we don't notice.
You go to that too, but you go to a national park. Where normally there's nobody there, right? You just go and visit the park and see the natural beauty. But when there's a shutdown, they have an armed guard standing at the entrance saying, sorry, folks, the park's closed.
Like John Candy and Wally World?
Yeah. But, like, if the government shut down...
Who's paying him?
Why is there a guy there?
I know.
When normally there's no guy there.
And Congress is paid.
Yeah, what's going on?
So this is my thing. Government shuts down. Good. I don't know. I mean, technically, do we have a president? I mean, really. He did pop up and talked about some jokes.
He hasn't done any presidential things.
Right. So we have no president and no Congress.
Yeah.
And will our life be any different?
It'll be better.
Oh, shit. So why not let them shut down and stay shut down?
We should.
Okay.
If you elect me, guys, for CD1, I will shut it down every single fucking time.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. You might be able to convince some other people. So I think Ukraine is now bombing inside of Russia.
They did that for a while.
But now they did that without our permission. Now we're thinking about giving them permission to do that.
Yeah.
That could be a problem. Wait, what month is after September?
September, October.
So October, and then there's the next month, which is November, which is the election month.
Yeah.
So in October, weird shit happens on the election season.
That's what they say.
What if that's October surprise, people? Thomas Massey.
Yeah.
So we've talked about this in the past, where the WHO is trying to get an amendment. Not an amendment, a treaty passed with our country that they control the next pandemic.
Right.
So Massey and all that Massey does, we love you, brother. Keep it up. You're a hillbilly, just like some of us. So keep it up. He put forth an amendment to tell. Well, I'm going to say this in my words and not his, because I don't know what else to do. Massey put forth an amendment to tell the UN to fuck off, and we're not going to let them rule our country. Take away our God-given rights, because they are God-given rights. We're born with them. That's really all of the political stories I got. I mean, it was a slow week with that debate.
Yeah, the debate kind of overshadowed everything, and cats and dogs.
But yet we got J.D. Vance versus Mickey Mouse hands coming up.
Oh boy!
Now I predicted Trump would destroy Harris, and I was wrong. That the destruction never happened. I still think he got more of his policies across, and he got more cheap shots in, which made me laugh. So I dig that. I think Vance is going to destroy him.
That'll be an interesting one.
Well, okay. So did you know when Trump said there's post-abortion? It was post-abortion.
Yes.
Do you know what one state has post-abortion?
I don't fucking pay attention. I don't give a shit.
That'd be Minnesota.
Okay.
It would be where her vice president pick is from, but yet they said that doesn't exist. It's another video I was gonna show. We're almost on the edge of being able to post videos, so I can cite some of my sources. But yeah, she called an abortion clinic and she's like, I really need an abortion. She said she's like really far along. I forget, but it was like way past what most states would say.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, come on in. We do this, and this is how we handle this. This is what we do. People, they're killing babies, whether they're in the womb or they're not in the womb. Again, although I don't necessarily have a problem with it, because I'm for the mindset of you should be able to abort your child up to he's 26. No, I still believe that. I mean, seriously. I mean, the kid looks good. He's cute. You know, his teeth start coming in. Like, oh, he's adorable. Take pictures of him. And then he turns into a demon child and then a shitty adult. Fucking abort him at 25.
No, I don't give a shit either. It's just like, be honest, right? Why are you lying, right? And this like pissed me off about Trump during the debate. They asked him, would you veto a abortion ban bill? And he wouldn't fucking answer it.
Well, no,
Trump. Just fucking come out and
no. I thought he answered that.
No, he didn't. He wouldn't answer.
Because even in Arizona, when they're...
No, he kept going. Like, he said, it's never going to happen anyway, and they want to do this. It's not going to happen. It doesn't matter. Dude, just fucking say you'll veto it.
Yeah, but technically what he did, or if he was the mastermind behind this or whatever, but what the Supreme Court did... They essentially took it out of the control of the federal government.
The question was...
But he has no control over it, though.
Yes, he does.
No. Are states right?
If Congress passes a law...
Okay.
He has to sign or veto that law.
But it should stay within states' rights.
Matter.
No, it should stay there.
But it doesn't matter should or should not.
But that's where it is now.
Right, Trump, the bill is on your desk. Do you sign it or not?
Leave it as a state's right. I mean,
then that's a veto. So then just say, I will.
Yeah, but you can't say that, though.
Well, that's the thing. Like, grow some balls, dude.
No, it's not growing balls. It's what they'll do, and they'll chop it up, and they'll make it look like he's against abortion.
He's already come out that way.
No, when Arizona did their abortion ban was no abortion for no reason whatsoever. I don't care about rape. I don't care about incest. And Trump goes, whoa, that's a bit much, guys. Back that shit down. So he understands there's a reason for abortion, but it needs to be limited.
Right, but I'm saying,
but it also needs to be controlled by the states.
If you're going to say it's a state issue, then say, yes, I will veto that. It belongs
to
the
states. He can't say that.
He has to say it.
So here's my thing about Harris.
It's weak to not say
it. No, I'm waiting. Okay, so if this commercial comes out, we'll have to talk about this. So the moderators ask Harris, so over the past few weeks, you flip-flopped on some major campaign things.
Right. And it looked weak when she didn't answer.
But hold on. What was her first words out of her mouth?
I don't even fucking remember.
I would love to answer this question.
Okay.
And then she went on to like grown up with rich parents, but claimed she grew up poor.
And then it looked weak.
She never. Okay, so you pay attention, but if that soundbite comes out where she's like, I would love to answer that question, and then that's where it stops. People are dumb enough to go, oh, she answered the question.
I don't think. That's not,
she answered the question. She clearly said right there, she'll answer the question.
No.
They don't wait for the actual answer.
No. Like, Trump just fucking answered the question. Yes, I will veto it. It belongs to the states.
Dude, no president will ever get elected like, I will veto abortion.
The thing is like this. No one's trying. No
one's
trying
the room.
To do it.
You have to read the room.
No, fuck that. Be principled.
He's tried that and they turned it around on him.
Not on abortion, he hasn't.
Yeah, they have. They the reason in 2022 the major push was abortion.
But that was Trump. That was everybody else.
So there's been 2 leaks out of the Supreme Court in its entire history.
Okay.
One in like the early 70s and one like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
They both were about abortion.
Okay.
The only 2 leaks out of the Supreme Court.
Okay, that's fine. So what?
Maybe abortion's a big issue.
I understand, but like.
If you're voting for a candidate based on abortion,
I will veto it. It belongs to the states, and all the Republicans agree with me.
People don't understand that.
That's why I used to say all the Republicans agree with me. It belongs to the states, and I will veto that law.
So a Republican cannot win an election with all Republicans, and a Democrat cannot win our election with the Democrats.
I get it.
They need the independent voters.
Said that. Nobody. The only people who would not like him saying that are like these hardcore Christian wackos in Utah. But
they voted for Romney,
so vote for him anyway. So just fucking come out and say it. I will veto that law. Not hard.
Yeah, I think the spin would just kill him.
Fuck that. Elect me to Congress, and that law will never get to his desk.
Okay. Unfortunately, you only would have one vote.
Well, no, I have more than that. I've been collecting votes.
I've got feet and hands.
I've been collecting a lot of votes at the casino.
Please explain.
With the poker games, like I talk about this stuff.
Okay.
I've gotten people onto the podcast. I've gotten some confirmed votes. We're making moves, baby.
We're growing. Watch out for us, Democrats, Republicans. We're coming for you. So our last meeting, you see, Drew, the guy. Did he lose a lot of weight?
No, he's always been kind of thin.
Oh, really? Yeah. He looked different to me. And I hope he wins. I mean, I do. He's not running against you, right?
No.
Okay.
We didn't put anybody in his district.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because he's a Republican. They says he's a Libertarian, but yet he's running as a Republican. I don't know how that works. I know Ron Paul did the same thing, but whatever. I mean, the Libertarian Party in Nevada, we're just a trading camp for the Republican Party. Guess who they're never calling up from the minors?
Me?
And me. Because I keep calling them shit.
I'll keep fucking spoiling. I don't give a shit.
Well, I'm not. I don't know if. I mean, I don't do. Does this 3% spoil?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know about that.
Probably not in my district because it's so heavy Democrat. But you know, you got to do. What
Are we heavy Democrat? Because I don't. Yes. I don't really. Yeah. So you've seen Harris signs around town.
I don't go through neighborhoods, so like I can't really give an accurate depiction of anything. But I talk to a lot of people, especially at the casino, and like locals. It's not like they're excited for Harris, but they hate Trump. You know what I mean? Like TDS, he's a racist, he's a this, he's a that, and they're just going to vote for Harris because she's not Trump.
Really?
Yes.
There's still people out there like that.
Tons of them, everywhere, in every big city.
Do they not grocery shop? Do they not put gas in their car?
They just don't care. Like they're well off because they have some like office job.
Man, and they got gambling money. They got poker money.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a problem. But whatever.
Like they're invested into all this goofy ass shit that, like their Federal Reserve dollars pump up. So like they're doing well.
I mean, I believe that. I mean, she's going to further the agenda of coming after our First Amendment rights,
of course,
and our Second Amendment rights,
of course. And
yet we're all just like, oh, happy fucking douchebags voting
for it. They don't
for
care. Like I mean, that's how people are. They just don't care until it comes for them personally. It's only those evil people are going to shut down. They're not going to shut me down.
Yeah. Because they don't pay attention.
Well, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I don't want to dwell on that. So since we are, where are we at here? We are at an hour 12. So why don't you do your thing?
Yep. So I want to talk about decentralized crypto exchanges, also known as DEXes.
Ooh.
So what's a crypto exchange? It's what it sounds like, basically. So you've heard of like E-Trade and what's the other one? Robinhood, where you trade stocks.
Robinhood. Yeah.
Stocks, options, futures, all that bullshit. So crypto exchange is you trade crypto.
Okay.
So there's like thousands of different types of crypto.
So you could trade one crypto for another.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
And some of them offer like dollars too. Like you can trade in dollars. Yeah. So there's two different fundamental types of crypto exchanges. There is a centralized exchange, which is like your E-Trade or your Robinhood.
Okay.
Where like you log on to some company's website and they manage all the trades and you go through them and they take a cut and all that shit.
Okay.
And then there's decentralized exchanges. And these are usually an app you run on your own software and you are engaging in peer-to-peer connections with other people who also want to trade. So you are trading directly with the other users. If there's a fee, it might be for like arbitration or to keep the system running.
Okay.
Sort of like how you pay a fee when you transfer Bitcoin or Monero or whatever. And because I'm a Monero guy, I only really like ones that support Monero.
Okay.
And there's only a couple major ones that do. So we're going to talk about those. The biggest one is BISC, B-I-S-Q.
Okay.
So BISC is based on Bitcoin. So everything you do, you need a tiny little bit of Bitcoin to secure the trade. So if you want to say, I want to buy Bitcoin for dollars, you have to put a little Bitcoin aside as like an escrow. So like if the trade goes bad, right, you get punished by losing your escrow. And like both parties have to do this. So there is kind of like a chicken and egg problem of, well, I want Bitcoin, but I have to get Bitcoin to... But there are... and it's only like maybe $100 that you need.
Yeah.
So you can talk to a friend and say, hey man, can I get to $100 worth of Bitcoin? Here's some cash. And then you put it on the BISC, and then you can start doing your trades from there. So BISC mostly does fiat to Bitcoin trades, but they also support pretty much any alternative coin that you want. And Monero is one of those. So what you can do is just set up your trades. You can either be the maker or the taker. So like the maker would post a trade and it just sits there until someone grabs it.
Okay.
And then the taker would be like, I need Bitcoin now. So I take the trade. So, if you're patient, you can get a profit.
Okay.
And if you need it now, you got to pay a fee. So what you might do is say, well, I'm going to put my Bitcoin up here and I'm going to try and buy Monero and I'm going to take this % profit and I'm just going to let it go and then I'll check back in a week and then see if it's there.
Okay.
Now the one thing with BISC is that you do have to manually do all your own trades. So if someone takes your trade, you usually have like a 24-hour window. Well, for the crypto to crypto, you have a 24-hour window to finish it off. The fiat, I believe it's like 3-4 days because like banks are fucking assholes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the way BISC handles trades is it's an offer book system.
Okay.
So I will post my trade and I will say I want to make 2% profit, and BISC will actually change the price to be 2% above the spot price.
No, I get that.
And like you don't have to manually do that and any shit like that. So it's a really nice feature that they have. The one thing, because it's based on Bitcoin, Bitcoin fees can spike and like be $50, $100, and like it gets kind of ridiculous. But one thing you can do is you can set your trades up when fees are low, and then turn them off, and then when fees start going high, you turn the trades on. So you've already paid the low fee.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
But now your trades are the ones that are there during the high fee periods.
Oh, that's actually smart.
Yeah, people are more likely to buy from you. It also supports Tor, so you can do everything on the dark web.
Oh, cool.
All your traffic is encrypted through Tor. You can self-host, so you can actually be an arbitrator for BISC. Now you do have to put up like $20,000 to do that, but like you earn fees as arbitrators. So if someone has a trade that goes bad, part of the fee to create that trade goes to the arbitrator to work it out, and they will refund you. And I've never had a trade. So some trades have gone bad, but I've never had the arbitrator not pay me out.
Okay.
So like it's a very worthy system because they have to put up that $20,000. You can trust that they're not going to fuck you over.
Right. No, I agree.
So the next one I want to talk about is Havino. Now Havino is a fork of BISC, which a fork means like you take the code, you move it over here, and you change a little bit, and then you push out your own product. That's how open source works.
Yeah.
Essentially. So Havino changes one thing. So trades are no longer based on Bitcoin, they're based on Monero.
Okay.
So instead of putting up a little Bitcoin, you put up a little Monero. And everything else is pretty much the same. So Havino is a nice way to get into Monero with your fiat money.
Okay.
So like BISC would be like, okay, I want to buy Bitcoin and then convert the Bitcoin to Monero, and like there's fees along the way. But if you already have Bitcoin, then BISC is your guy.
Okay.
Right? But if you just have money, cash, and you want to get Monero, then you should use Havino.
Okay.
And if you want to earn cash for your Monero, and the great thing about needing Monero to fuel your trades is you can listen to the Canary in the Cage podcast, and we'll give you some free Monero, and you can just load it right onto Havino.
We'll get you started.
Start trading.
First one's free.
The next one I want to talk about is Basic Swap. So Basic Swap is also an offer book, but there's no centralized, not centralized, there's no arbitrators.
Okay.
So they use what's called atomic swaps. And I don't understand how this works fundamentally. It's very math heavy. But what happens is I put up my crypto let's say I put up Bitcoin.
Okay.
And then you have Monero, and you want to take my trade. So
Okay.
you would see my trade in the offer book, and you click the button, and some kind of magic happens where we both trade at the same time, and it's automatic. And like no cheater can come in and cancel it. Like, oh, I got your Monero, you didn't get my Bitcoin. No, I think it's an atomic swap. So if you cancel, mine automatically cancels too, and you can't fuck me over.
Nice.
What else? So they don't do automatic price moving. So if you say I want 2% profit, if the price moves, your trade might lose value or gain value depending on how the price moved. So what they let you do though is because there's no fees because it's all atomic swaps. Is you can cancel orders constantly. So you can put in an order at 2%, wait 30 minutes, and then if the price moved, you can cancel that order and put another one in and stay at that 2% value.
Okay.
And that's kind of what they're doing on like E-Trade or like high frequency trading.
But it won't do it automatically though.
No, it won't. Well, you can write scripts that will actually monitor your trades and say, hey, this trade has gone too far out of my profit zone, cancel it and re-enter it.
Yeah. Okay.
So they have a lot of cool stuff for that. Now, Basic Swap, they're kind of beta mode. It took me a while to get it working properly, but I did figure out all the things I needed to. So if you're having trouble, come in the chat room. I'll help you out. It's really cool. And again, like it's all self-hosted. You do everything yourself. You don't got to have any accounts. You don't have to fucking give your ID to anybody, tell anybody your name. So Basic Swap is crypto to crypto only. So you can't trade dollars.
Okay, fair enough.
That's the one thing you got to know. And then the last one is called Sarai. So it's not actually released yet, but they're doing what's called a liquidity pool trading system. So like the first three I talked about were offer books.
Yeah.
Where everybody puts their offer in, and there's a book of offers.
Yeah.
And people take the offers. So liquidity pool is I put up 2 different cryptos, and I put them in this pool together, and everybody else in the pool is doing the same thing. And someone wants to take an offer, and the pool says, "Okay, here's the best price. Take that offer." And then everybody else's price adjusts as the pool, changes up.
Okay, no, I like that. Okay.
Now, like I said, it's not out yet, so I haven't been able to try it. But as soon as it comes out, I do want to give it a try, and I'll probably do an update. But yeah, those are the 4 that I think are best for dealing with Monero.
Good. Okay. Yeah, Bitcoin. I'm a little creeped out by that one. I think the government is getting involved in that too much.
The value of Bitcoin is an easy way into Monero. That's the value of Bitcoin right now, and because it's over Tor and the dark web.
Yeah.
You're pretty safe trading on BISC.
It's like you want to buy gold or silver.
Yeah.
Gold's 3,000. Silver's like what, 28, 30?
Like that, yeah.
It hasn't really jumped yet. It will.
It will. Yep.
But
yeah, check all those out. Come in the chat room with questions, and I will help you get set up.
Cool. Sounds like some good advice. So what I want to talk about is, Dave kind of hit on this before, is just navigation. He's done how navigation around a city.
Yep.
I'm talking more about navigation just in general of where you might, whether it be hiking or, hell, even if you got a bug out and you got your bug out bag, you got to go, at least hopefully you kind of have a plan ahead of time. But it kind of just gives you some ideas of what to do. So a key to anyone who spends time outdoors, whether hiking, climbing, or biking, of course I'm reading this, it's important to know how to get where you want to go. There's 3 main types of navigation, celestial, GPS, and map and compass.
Okay.
I'm kind of particular to the map and compass, even though I can't fold a map. Celestial, I guess, is kind of good, but there's a lot of education involved with that. GPS is the dumb way to do it, but GPS may not always be around, right. And you may not have cell phone signal where you're at.
Well, you don't actually need cell phone signal for GPS.
On your phone?
You do if you want to have a map, but you can just get the coordinates without a phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I've never tried that before.
Because the coordinates come from satellites.
Right. No, I understand that.
And you just have to know what those coordinates mean. Where the fuck am I? I don't know. What those numbers mean.
Oh, you're like the whole long thing with the dot?
Latitude and longitude, yeah.
Yeah, that?
Yeah, that's what they give you.
So if somebody gave you a number, you would know where to go?
Not right now, not immediately, but I can learn it. Yeah.
You're working on it?
Yeah,
okay. I also recommend that, a satellite phone to you and your families and your friends. Kind of keep that in your go bag and make sure you keep it charged, because that may be at some point maybe the only way we can communicate. Especially after the election, when the Haitians take over and start eating once we run out of dogs and cats, they're going to go back to cannibalism. So America can be prepared. Either carry salt and pepper with you, or carry a gun with you. Either season yourself or fight them off. I don't know. There's ways you can kind of come up on a river and kind of know whether how the river flows, whether you should go upriver, downriver. For the next towns, in our area, like you got to know, like moss grows on the north side of a tree. Use the sun, it kind of gives you east and west, and from that you can get your north and south. So just kind of like be aware of your surroundings, learn how to be aware of your surroundings, and learn how to navigate. Understand in your go bag you should have a GPS, a map, a compass. Kind of have it all. If it's available, use it. If it's not, compass and map will get you where you want to go. And it's just about reading the map. Good luck, people. Not sure the younger generations. I mean, if I can't fold a map, I'm guessing there's younger people that can't read a map. I don't know. Just my thing. It's just important to know. If shit goes bad in this country, you got to be able to go Red Dawn style. The original, not the remake. I don't give a fuck about the remake. You got to be able to get up to the mountains or the hills or the woods, or I guess in our case, the desert, like Mead. We just float like Mead with a straw. I'm not sure how we do it here, but no, just kind of know what you're going. We're going to end up going to Utah and hiding in the mountains over there. But yeah, no, it's just kind of know. Have a plan. Have a plan to if you have to bug out. Have a plan of where to go. Have an idea of the situation of the topographical. I can't say that word. Makeup of the land you're going to. Have a map, and basically just have a plan. Have a good go bag. So I think that's pretty much where I'm at. Mine's again kind of short, but it requires a lot of effort on you guys to go a little bit further down what I'm saying, because I don't have the time to get into all this. So navigation is important, and I think you should learn how to do it, whether you're in a city or whether you're in the woods.
There you go.
I think we are done for the night. We're an hour and a half, so thanks for listening to this one. And we'll see you next week.
Oh, by the way, barbecue
is coming up.
It's cut off, so if you haven't RSVP'd, sorry.
Fuck off! You're not getting my surprise.
You can come next year, but I will contact all the people that have RSVP'd with all the details, and we'll be good to go next Saturday.
All right, we'll have a good time, and we'll talk about it on the show after the barbecue. Goodbye. Thank you for joining us at the Canary in the Cage podcast.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share us to help build the community.
You can find us at Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, or your favorite podcast app, and even on the dark web at I2P.
Thanks for listening, and see you next time.